What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. There's gonna be a violent echo today, but we got some new parts for the old Silverado. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you know this is a 2021 Chevy Silverado Custom Trail Boss. It's on 35-inch tires, and she's also sitting on a 6-inch lift. We'll also take note that this truck has no side steps on it. And it's been driving my girlfriend absolutely crazy that she can't get in it because the bottom comes up to about halfway on my thigh. So when it's time to get in, you're doing a big old lunge, you're ripping your jeans, and it's not great. Luckily, Boost Auto Parts was nice enough to collaborate with me. And today we're going to be checking out the Boost Auto powered side steps. It's gonna be freaking sweet. So once again, partnered with Boost Auto Parts. These are clearly the steps, and this is probably all of the hardware. So we got the truck jammed in the garage here, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on the installation of these powered running boards on this 2021 Silverado. Also, that's new. Step one is opening up these boxes. So in this box, we have the brackets and the motors. And clearly in this box, we have the side steps. So next we have to go underneath the truck on each side. There's some plugs to take out, and we can get those brackets all set up. We're gonna do that first, do the wiring, and then the last thing is the steps go on. In the bracket box, there are two rears. It doesn't matter what side they go on. And then we have driver's front and passenger front. So not much room on that side of the truck. We're gonna start on the passenger side with these brackets. Here we are under the vehicle. This is the front of the truck, and on the body there's 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs that we need to pull out. I'm just gonna pry them out with a knife. All right, y'all, so we're under the passenger side still. We have all of the clips removed. There's one down here, one here, one here, and one here. These are threaded, these are open. So we have a plastic piece they include and this angled bolt plate. So we're gonna slide the plastic over the front so we don't lose this thing in here. We're going to push this through so it's snug. Next, we're going to prep our hardware. So that's in another bag. We need a washer, a lock washer, and a nut. All right, y'all, this is kind of hard to see. We'll zoom out here. So this is the back of the vehicle where my legs are. We have the 2 bolts. I'm gonna have to go sideways here to show you. So that far one is the one with the retaining clip, and the one closer to us threads in to the holes on the body. So we have those 2 relatively in, and as we can see, we have this bracket. So need to tighten that down, add a couple more bolts, but that's where we're at right now. All right, so here we are. I am facing the front of the vehicle where my shoes are. So we have our retaining clip up there, the next bolt behind it, and this one on the bottom of the pinch weld with the motor facing backwards. Not super difficult, just a little time consuming. So we're gonna move on to the next step, which is probably doing it on that side. All right, so we are moving on to the rear bracket actually. So that's the rear tire. Here we are on the frame. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plugs to remove. Rear bracket is installed. It's just those 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very easy. We're gonna move over to the driver's side now and just repeat those steps. Under here, pretty simple. All right, y'all, we just finished up on the driver's side. So all 4 brackets are installed. It's probably time to do some wiring. It looks like it is time to deal with the spaghetti. So we're gonna go pop the hood and start routing. These are the control wires, so this has to go down to each motor. And then we're gonna do some stuff up in the hood, but let's go ahead, jump into this. So the spaghetti has driver's side and passenger side motor. So we're gonna go underneath here, and driver's side obviously goes down that way. Passenger side goes this way through the wheel wells into the motors. Let's go ahead and finger this one out. All right, so that was pretty dang easy. This is the spaghetti. We have the passenger side harness going down over there and the driver side harness going down over here. And we can see underneath on the truck, this is the driver side, which will plug in here, and vice versa over on that side. So pretty darn easy. So this wiring harness is pretty straightforward. We have a ground, a positive, we have the control plug here, and then these need to tap into the OBD2 so it knows when the doors are open. So we have to get this wire inside the cab. I already have stuff running through it over there. It does say to use the passenger side grommet in the instructions, but I already have this one open. So I think we're gonna see if we can get it through this section here on the driver's side firewall. So just like we did last time, I'm gonna pass the hanger through from the outside and up in the engine bay, we can see it here. So I'm just going to tape this end right here to that hanger and pull it through, and we're pretty much done with the hard part of the wiring. All right, and just like that, we are through. Super simple. I think next we are on to the OBD port, and we'll be getting there. All right, next we are on the OBD2 port. There are two 7mm bolts on either side, so we're gonna pull those out real quick. All right, y'all, so this is the orientation that the OBD2 port is normally in. So if you turn it around and count from the back, it's the first one on the top. So the top left is 18, 17, 16 is that blue wire that we're tapped into. And then the one directly below it, that white wire, directly below 16. So I'm not a huge fan of taps, but we're tapped in to those two wires. And we have the signal high input on the top and the low on the bottom there. So these wires are all set, and we can go ahead and screw this thing back in. All right, so the next step is to get the control unit out and plugged in. And then all we have is positive and negative hookups. So I already have a couple things in here. We're gonna have to do some cable management, but we're gonna go positive onto this and negative over onto here, do some wiring cleanup, and we should be good to go. We have this mocked up, and I guess now is the time for the moment of truth. If these motors drop down when we open the door. And the answer is yes. So we are hooked up right. When I close this, they should retract automatically. Yeah, baby, we're in business. All right, y'all, so there are these carriage bolts that just slide into this channel. There's 4 of them, so we're gonna put them approximately, terrible sound, front and back. Additionally, the ones I got did not have the pads on them. So there are these spacer blocks that just set right there. I bet that's gonna be a pain in the butt. And then without hitting the forklift here, we are going to set that one in there. And obviously need 2 hands for this, but we're just gonna place that running board on there and then tighten those bolts down. We have a ton of wiring work to do, but we're on the home stretch. All right, y'all, we are on the installation final steps here. So once you get those carriage bolts in, we push the running board all the way back towards the rear of the vehicle. And now we're gonna go back under, tighten down all the hardware, do some wiring work, and we are done. All right, y'all, so we just tightened up all the hardware. It says slide them all the way back, do your hardware. So we got power, retracting, steps. Yeah, baby. Close the front door here. Nice. Nice. Looking down the side, alignment looks pretty darn good. Should work with the back doors. Sure as hell does. Nice. All right, we're gonna do the passenger side. We're gonna wrap up all the wiring. And goodness gracious, we finally got steps on the old girl. All right, y'all, we got some pretty horrendous wiring done up, but you know, it's not awful. We're routing the driver's side up and under here, along with the pass through into the cab for the OBD2. Follow along over here. I have the control unit jammed down in there, and all of the wires just kind of zip tied on the side. I'll probably redo that at some point, but that's really as clean as we're gonna get right now, just because I'm mostly over this. So we have the wiring buttoned up. Underneath, everything is all the same. We might make some adjustments on the positioning of the step, but I put them all the way backwards. And once again, if we pop her open, we have our power steps. These things are freaking sweet. And they're quiet, and I love how they look. They set up nice and flush. That was the whole reason I didn't have side steps on the truck, is because I didn't want stuff sticking down. But these things do look freaking awesome. I think I'm gonna slide them forward a tiny bit just for visual sake. Freaking forklift in the way. Otherwise, y'all, that does it. I'll get the truck out, get some other videos of it because there is barely any space in here. But that does it for the Boost Auto Parts powered running board install. We're gonna do a review and an overview of these things, but that was my install on it. Not awful, it took me a couple hours, but that's that, baby. And we'll just show you over here, got them on this side as well. So they do have a light up version that hooks into the lights on the truck. I didn't want that, I just wanted black and simple. So this is the driver's side. Everything all buttoned up, wrapped up, zip tied up. We are golden. So let's go ahead and test it out here. How much more comfy is it getting in the truck with the side? Oh, baby. That's really a world of difference. Instead of doing the full stretch lunge, we're just a step up. Dang, that's freaking sweet. A quick word on these things too. They are all metal, so they are heavy. You know, the package that they came in is heavy. The side steps are real robust. Brackets all metal. Nothing feels cheap on these things, so they should hold up excellently. I'm gonna run it through the Colorado winter and snow and ice and all that crap, off-road, dirt, mud. We're gonna see how these things hold up, but they are freaking sweet. Once again, big thank you to Boost Auto Parts for partnering up with me to check out these powered running boards. I am excited, man.